If you've ever felt like life is a nonstop juggling act, trust me, I get it. I work full time. I'm a caregiver to my mom. I have a feisty terrier, a senior cat, and on top of that, I create content for YouTube. With so much on my plate, I had to find ways to simplify or I was going to burn out. So I started cutting out things that weren't serving me. I ditched unnecessary stressors, I streamlined my routines, and I built systems to keep it all running smoothly most of the time. So number one, I stopped buying a ton of skincare products. For years, I fell for every skincare ad promising miracles. I spent a lot of money only to end up with a cluttered bathroom and questionable results. Now, my routine is ridiculously simple. I use oil on my face to break up the makeup. Currently, I'm using olive oil, but I've used grapeseed oil in the past. I don't recommend coconut oil because it clogged my pores, but I've been using olive oil for years. I just put it in a bottle with a little stopper. I massage it into my face and my neck to break up the makeup. I then use a washcloth with warm water to wipe that off, and I follow it up with witch hazel on a cotton pad to kind of make sure I've gotten everything. Then I add a nighttime moisturizer, and that's it. Now in the morning, I just splash my face with cold water. I apply a vitamin C serum, a daytime moisturizer that has SPF. Then I'm ready to put on my makeup. No more 10-step routines. No more tons of bottles that I've got to fish through to see what I'm going to use today. Number two, I stopped shopping my closet every morning to find an outfit. Mornings used to be so stressful for me. I'd be standing in front of the closet, half asleep, half awake, trying to make decisions on what to wear. Now I have a system that makes getting dressed in the mornings almost effortless. At the end of each month, before the new one starts, I pick out 5 outfits. That's it, just 5 outfits. Those are my outfits for Monday through Friday for the following month. Each Monday, I wear outfit number 1. Tuesdays, I wear outfit number 2. I rotate those same 5 outfits throughout the entire month, and it saves time like you would not believe. And because I switch out from month to month the 5 outfits, I never get bored. Now you could stretch it out longer than just a month if you wanted to. I also want to add that I don't wash my pants and my shirts after every single time that I wear them. I won't normally wash the pants the entire month, and I'll usually at least get 2 wears out of my shirts before I wash those. Now I know this doesn't work for everyone, but I have a sedentary job and it works great for me. Number 3, I stopped buying packaged meals and breakfast foods, and I found some simple ways of preparing those things myself. For years, I relied on the packaged meals because they were quick and easy, but then I realized that I could reproduce those same meals just as easily at home without all the extra junk in them. Now I keep it simple. For breakfast, I love smoothies, I love eggs, I like to make loaded oatmeal. For lunch and dinner, I like to meal prep Greek salads. There's a way you can layer them in quart mason jars and they'll last all week. All you have to do is just grab the jar and go. I like pasta meals that are just one and done. I like slow cooker meals. Now I can eat meals that are simple, they're homemade, and they're actually very satisfying. And the best part is no more spending money on processed foods. Okay, number 4 is I no longer have high maintenance furnishings and decor in my house. Now my mom, she has a glass dining table and it has chrome legs. I refuse to eat on it because I don't want to have to clean it after every time. Now if it was up to me, I would get rid of it. I've found that anything shiny, whether it's Glossy floors, high gloss furniture, mirrored furniture, they're a nightmare to keep clean. So I avoid them when I can and just try to stick with matte finishes. I film all my YouTube videos in my extra bedroom. It's what you see behind me. Now this room serves many, many functions. It's my gaming room, it's Benji's playroom, and of course it's my YouTube studio and office. I have a futon behind me, and I keep it covered with a nice throw. Otherwise, I would be cleaning it all of the time. It's black, so it just shows every little crumb and thread and pet hair. So instead of cleaning the futon, I keep the throw on it. It looks nice, and when it's time to wash it, I just throw it in the machine. I only keep things that serve a purpose. If it's just sitting there collecting dust, then it needs to go. Okay, number 5 is I stopped devoting an entire day to house cleaning or even house cleaning on a schedule. I've stopped doing that. Now, I used to clean my house every Saturday. And what I discovered is that I was just robotically following this cleaning routine that I had set up in my mind years ago. Now I've ditched the schedule and my house still stays clean. Instead of devoting set hours to vacuum and scrub and dust, now I just clean something when it actually needs it, not because it's a set day of the week. Now I have a RoboVac downstairs. It runs every single day, so I don't have to sweep at all, so I've eliminated that task. I do wipe off the counters most every single day, but I don't overdo it. And for most surfaces, I just use straight vinegar in a spray bottle. That way I'm not cluttering up the cabinet with tons of cleaning products. Now it turns out, for me, cleaning as I go is way easier than exhausting myself trying to clean everything in one day. So I'm not looking back. Okay, number 6 is I have a low maintenance hairstyle. Now I used to do salon appointments. I've always had my hair reasonably short, so they were frequent, the appointments. I used to use a lot of different hairstyling tools, a lot of different expensive hair products. I did all of that. But years ago, I decided I can cut my hair myself. I can color my hair myself. So I've started doing that, and for years, I haven't been in a hair salon now in, probably 15 or 20 years. Now I only shampoo my hair once a week, and the only product I use on it is a pomade that I use to kind of give it a little texture. Now, whenever I feel it needs a trim, I just kind of copied what I saw the hairstylist doing years ago. I just go all around my head, comb out a section, hold it between 2 fingers, and just kind of cut it that way. That's it. That's all I do. Now I know my hairstyle is not everybody's taste, for sure. And but that's just something I started doing years ago, and I just keep it up that way. Okay, number 7, I love makeup, but I stopped buying and using everything that's out there. I've narrowed down the products I use for everyday makeup, and I don't miss the clutter at all. Nowadays, my makeup routine is very simple. I use a tinted BB cream instead of foundation, one go-to lipstick with a matching liner, a dark brown eyebrow mascara, and for my eyes, I stick to shadow, eyeliner, and mascara. I finish up with a concealer under my eyes, and that's it. No powders, no bronzers, no highlighters. I put my makeup on in the same order every day. It's just less makeup, routines equals less decision fatigue. So, okay, number 8 is I try to avoid going inside stores as much as possible. And of course, this wasn't really achievable, 10 years ago. But nowadays, you can do that with just about every store if you want to. Curbside pickup is a lifesaver for me. I love to do the, store pickup at the front desk as well. I mean, if I need something from Home Depot, some random bolt or hinge. If I try to go in there and hunt it myself, I'd be in there all day walking up and down those aisles. So now I just go on the app, find exactly what I need, and then I, do a store pickup and go in and get it that way. Now, there are a few stores that I like going to that don't offer that service, like Trader Joe's. I like going to Dollar Tree, but I keep a running list of each of those stores on my phone of things that I routinely like to get there or things that I'm out of. So in my schedule, if I do have a little extra time and I do want to stop, then I can just access that list and just be in and right back out. I use oil change shops when I can, the kind that you just kind of pull into the stall and you can sit in your car while they do your oil change. Most of my errands, I can fit them into a 15-minute stop on my way home from work. And that's exactly how I like it. Whether it's a car wash, an oil change, or a UPS drop-off or return, no wasted weekends running around. Number 9, I stopped paying bills and tracking my expenses off of a schedule. Now, I know I mentioned earlier that cleaning works out better for me to do it as I go. But I noticed that with my finances, especially, I have to also kind of manage my mom's finances. So I've got 2 different things going on. It was better for me to devote a specific time and day to do that all at once. Whether it's a bill that needs to be paid, whether it's one of my bills, one of hers, whether it's tracking my expenses, looking at my credit card statement, checking my retirement accounts, I fit all of that onto Mondays. I devote, an hour or so to do those things. And it keeps me so organized that way. Now, most of my bills are on auto pay, and I've set up my mom's that way too. Of course, you can't do everything that way, and you still need to keep an eye on your checking account, even with auto pay, just to make sure everything looks okay. But I handle all of it once, and it's very rare that I have to do anything until the very next Monday. Okay, the 10th item on my list is I compartmentalized caregiving so it didn't take over my entire day. Now, I used to let caregiving tasks interrupt me all day long. My mom was used to, at one point, doing things on her own, but when she could no longer do that, she would just, whenever things would cross her mind, she would ask me to do things, and I would usually stop what I was doing and go take care of whatever it is. And I felt like this was constant. Over time, and it did take a little time to fine-tune it, but we found a system that works. And I devote around 30 minutes in the mornings before work, and then I devote about an hour in the evenings after work to take care of the things I need to take care of for her. In the mornings, I prepare her breakfast, I pack her lunch for the day, and I tidy up her room. In the evenings, we eat dinner, I start a load of laundry if needed, and then I help her get ready for bed. Saturdays are the days where I take extra time for things like changing out her bed or any other special needs that she may have. It's put an end to the constant running back and forth. It keeps us both on track. She knows what to expect, and I try to always adhere to that schedule. Now, if life feels overwhelming, simplifying is not about doing less. It's about making room for what actually really matters. Now, there was a time when my entire life was work and caregiving. Honestly, it was depressing. My hobbies suddenly disappeared. My sense of self faded, and I felt like I was just going through the motions every day. And that's part of the reason that I started this channel. It was to find a purpose, it was to challenge myself, and to do something that was just for me. So if you're feeling stuck right now, you do have the power within you to take control of what matters to you. And it's different for everyone. And remember, it takes some time to fine-tune these new routines. It took time for me. But now I have space for things that I love. Like this guy, Benji here. If you want more ways to simplify, I'm going to link a video right here for that. And I've got a playlist full of tips if you're interested. I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great week. Bye.